This individual came to Chaminade Julienne and was a coach of our baseball program, also helped through the softball program, but mostly was a great mentor and a great advocate for student athletes and kids in the hallways. I'd like to introduce our special coach, Bill Cheslock.
I'm a little uneasy here because of this. I haven't worn a suit 20, maybe 30 years. I'm got sweatpants and golf shirt. I got overruled. I do have some notes. Maybe. Oh no. Yeah, there they are. Won't be able to read them, but there's notes. If I stumble speaking, don't worry, it's not a seizure or heart attack or nothing. It's just the way I am now. A very close family friend of ours wrote a book entitled You Win With People. Wayne Woodrow Hayes. Some of you will know, some probably too young to know. But that book title has always stuck with me, because I see it as nothing but the truth. So the first people I want to deal with is Chaminade Julienne High School. Extremely special place, as most of you know. It's left a very large impact on my life. The things that go on here at this school, I tried to incorporate at other schools, but they weren't much for them. Because it's taught here, it teaches you how to be a good human being. A lot of the places I worked, that's not the primary focus. So I thank the administration, especially Sister Carol, for taking a big chance on hiring a short, fat phys ed teacher. That took guts. Also, all the teachers, staff, and students I met here, no matter what their roles were, what they think, they all had an impact on me. And it was great to see some tonight that I haven't seen in a long time. Again, they contribute such a special place. All great people. My family, I'm going to do this in two parts. The first part, my first wife, Cheryl, I met here, right next door. She coached volleyball here, and while I coached baseball. I was also the AD, and she passed away a while ago from leukemia. But our three kids, the oldest is Chrissy. She got her start in volleyball right next door when she was 2 years old. Cher would coach, I would run the scoreboard, kept the book, did the announcing, and we would take Chrissy and put her in the ball cart. Which is the one we had back then was an old laundry cart. You know how big those are. There'd be about 50 volleyballs in there. So we would put her in there, and everything was great for a couple, 3 home matches. And one day, in the middle of the match, volleyball started rolling across the court. And I looked at Sherry, she looked at me, what are we going to do? We're both busy. And a very nice lady who came to know as Mama Nitz came out and took care of Chrissy from then on. I was hoping all my kids could make it here tonight, but weather impacted all three. My other 2 children, Kyle and Kara, they didn't get to go through the CJ experience, and that's a shame for them. Also, you went with friends. And I thank my friends that are here tonight. Doug Spencer, who's my backup speaker if I can't finish talking. But you know, he's got no chance. So I gotta finish this. Christy Kaiser, who was one of our first statisticians in the baseball program. Also later on, my secretary when I was AD. She's awesome. Let me tell you how awesome. We shared like a 5 foot by 5 foot office. I told her one day I couldn't be bothered, I was too busy. And then the door opens and in walks Sister Carol, the principal. She says, I want to see Ches. And Krista looks straight in the face and says, he's not here. I'm about dying back there, you know, a good place to hide. And Sister Carol, he's right there. No, he's not. Well, tell him when he gets back. You can talk to him. I'll let him know. Awesome. Probably kept me from being fired a couple of times too. My in-laws, I guess that's what you call them, right? Joe and Cindy Walkup, who cut short their vacation, went from Florida to New Orleans to, you know, snow heaven. And thank them for making that trek and coming here. Into baseball, which I guess is why I'm up here. Lots of people. Our trainers kept everybody healthy, which sometimes was a task, because we didn't have the easiest training facility. I'll get to that in a minute. All the assistant coaches were great help. Had to put up with me, which you can ask the guys, I'll tell you that was an easy task. Statisticians, we had a lot of them. A dozen girls maybe took care of all our stats. I mean, we counted, I had to keep track of whatever, just to keep them there. What I found was they were very good at giving me the information I needed. But more importantly, when they were in the dugouts, the guys acted real nice. So I didn't have to worry about bad throwing, helmet throwing, colorful wording. Those girls there, oh gee, gosh, it's too bad I struck out. Yeah. And of course, the players. I mean, come on, they're the ones that won all the games. I don't want to start mentioning people, because if I mention one, I really need to mention them all. You really don't have enough time for that. But they were awesome. They put up with a lot of stuff that was difficult at the time. Our practice facility was the top of the UD Arena parking lot. We were without a doubt the best asphalt team in the state of Ohio. Nobody could compete with us on the asphalt. I want to thank them for everything that they have done. Finally, I need to thank, well, first let me tell you that some years ago, and I can't remember how many, I had a brain injury that left me unable to talk, walk, and a bunch of other things. This past summer, I had COVID, was hospitalized for that, even though I had my vaccines. And it brought those things back, along with speech problems and breathing and all that good stuff. So those two pretty traumatic times for me. I had the absolute greatest nurse you could ever ask for, who also happens to be my best friend, who also happens to be my wife. And I can tell you with 100% surety, if not for her, I would not be standing here tonight. So I owe her the biggest amount of gratitude of anybody. And she also brought to the family her sons, BJ and Christy. They're not both sons, wasn't they? And they're in San Diego, sunny and 73. Their other son, Dan, with his wife, they live in Fort Myers, Florida. Another toughie. They were planning on being here, but I think some people experienced the same thing. Columbus canceled all their flights in, so they couldn't make it. And I'm sure there's probably 100 other people that I'm forgetting, because I told you I had a brain injury. So, thank Michael and the committee. I tell one more story. I feel compelled to tell this. Yeah. Mike Barhurst, state champion coach, Hall of Famer, pushed for me to get in here. I don't know why. If there's anybody ticked off, it's probably him. Freshman year, we had close to 80 kids trying out for baseball in that gym. We couldn't get outside. So the genius I am, I cut him. He wasn't happy, and a couple other people in the audience weren't happy. He didn't let me have it. What Michael did was he came back with the fury. He ended up being a switch hitter, could run like a deer. His senior year, he was all Ohio, and went on and got some money to play at West State University. So it's not always the greatest people that put in the Hall of Fame. It is the numbers. Thank you very much for being here and supporting all these guys who have a bigger resume than I'm ever going to have. Thank you very much.
So we're almost done. So I'd like all the current members of the Hall of Fame to come down out front here.